Thanks for staying with us on The Business. Now, from the Middle East, we move to the Far East, where Australia is trying to rebuild after floods devastated infrastructure and ruined thousands of homes and businesses across the eastern seaboard over the past month. Now, the floods shut coal mines, ruined crops, washed away roads and rail lines, damaged bridges and destroyed thousands of buildings across the major states. 35 people were killed and damages estimated at over $100 billion were incurred. To make up for the loss, Prime Minister Julia Gillard has announced a new income tax which is expected to raise about $1.79 billion.
The great floods of this summer have been a national tragedy, not just a natural disaster, because of the awful loss of human life. The great floods of this summer have destroyed billions of dollars of wealth and robbed us of billions of dollars of income. In time, they may prove to be the most expensive natural disaster our nation has ever seen. We are grieving. We are burying the dead. We are thanking the many thousands who have helped for their courage and selflessness. We are moving from crisis to recovery to rebuilding. Now is the time to count the costs and to start to rebuild.
Economists expect the rebuilding effort to add to growth in 2011 and 2012, but the new tax will only apply in 2011 and 2012. And still on China, global investors are bracing for what could be the end of China's relentless economic growth. According to a quarterly poll of 1,000 Bloomberg customers, 45% are expecting a financial crisis in the People's Republic within the next 5 years. An additional 40% anticipate a Chinese crisis after 2016, while only 7% are confident that China will indefinitely escape the turmoil. The worrisome side to all of this is that any Chinese financial emergency would reverberate around the world. The total value of China's exports and imports last year was $3 trillion, with about 13% of that trade being between China and the US. And in the same week that the report announced Toyota as the largest automaker for a third year running, the car company announces yet another recall. The affected brands this time are its luxury Lexus vehicles and about 240,000 vehicles also involved. Toyota says the cars could have a problem with their fuel pressure sensors, which could lead to fuel leaks. Lexus owners in the US can take their cars to a dealer for free spare parts. The affected models are the 2006 and 2007 Lexus G2 300 and 350, the 2006 to 2009 Lexus IS 250, and the 2006 to 2008 Lexus IS 350. Toyota also announced an unrelated recall of more than 1 million vehicles sold outside of North America. And we'll wrap up this edition of The Business with latest tweets from the 2011 edition Annual World Economic Forum at the Swiss ski resort in Davos. BBC's business editor Robert Preston says the downgrade of Japan prompts banker gulp here at Davos. Japan's huge national debt is seen as a big accident waiting to happen. And that follows Standard & Poor's downgrading of the country's long-term sovereign credit rating, saying it expected fiscal deficits to stay high in years to come. And that ends today's early edition of The Business. Until our next edition, I am Bimbo Awoyele. Thanks for watching.